Hey everybody, this is Perch, and I hope everybody's having a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holiday, whatever it is that you're celebrating. It's awesome. I hope you're having a great time. In reality, I'm seeing a lot of people argue about, well, you can't say Merry Christmas to people who aren't Christians, but they're not connected. I mean, you can be non-Christian, you can still celebrate Christmas. So just it's a way of just saying, hey, have a good day. I hope you're having a good time. You don't need to make it any weirder than that. Anyway, let's take a look at a comic that's bound to give you some holiday cheer. This is a Christmas-themed issue called Holiday. Well, the name of the story is Holiday Witches. And yes, this appears in Jim Belen's Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose, which is a family-friendly time for everyone. So a great way to ring in the season with this comic. So what goes on here? Well, basically, it is the holiday season, and witches are celebrating the winter solstice. They're still enjoying a lot of Christmas themed things like making snowmen with giant boobs on them, but basically they're going to give you a little bit of history here. About kind of the birth of Christmas and everything else, and celebration. So they're looking for some good ways to celebrate. They're thinking about a nice magic-induced snowball fight, and merriment ensues as basically some people want to play snowball, some people do not, but it's all in good fun. Just chill out. So, getting with the spirit of the holiday. There is a vicious snowball fight between all of the witches who are just having a grand time celebrating the season. And then they decided, hey, you know what? Let's go tobogganing, because that's a good holiday. There's plenty of snow. There's a white Christmas here. And so they all jump on this sled, and they go sledding down the slopes. It's pretty dangerous. That's part of what holiday does. And the little fairies who are watching this decide to do a little holiday magic to kind of make the events more festive. How do you make Christmas more fun? Well, the way they make it more fun is that they use magic to remove all the clothes of everyone on the toboggan. Now they're racing down the hill, going over a little snowy cliff, but they're completely naked, all of them. There's one guy in the front, and then a number of women in the back. And sure enough, they crash into the snow. They're kind of upset. Why? What happened to their clothes? Because in snow it would be cold with no clothes, and they certainly do look cold here. So they basically, the elves are having a good time, but then they get kind of caught. The elves, the little fairies, so the witches, who are not super thrilled about being stripped naked while sledding down, they throw a snowball at the elves, and they're like, okay, 6 against 2. Do you think you could take us? But the little fairies have, magic, more magic. So they're able to just generate hundreds of snowballs. So we get back, we had a snowball fight, and then a toboggan that makes them all naked, and then another snowball fight. And suddenly, in the midst of all this merriment, they trip over a snow dragon. And so, but luckily, the snow dragon is easily defeated with some snowballs. So that's good news. Finally having an end to this craziness. The witches take the magic away from the fairies, and also makes their clothes come off as well. So there's that's fun. So they send the witches away, and they're like, okay, well, now what do we do? We're in store. We're freezing. It's cold. We're completely naked. What are we supposed to do now? So they head into the building, presumably to have a giant orgy. They don't say exactly, but one of the witches here grabs well, anyway, that's what they're going in to do. So we don't get to see it, unfortunately, but that's what this. It's just a lighthearted Christmas tale. This comic also has a backup with Spellarella, where she's there. It's again another kind of holiday party. They're having some. I'm going to assume something with alcohol in it. That's a safe bet here. They're having a festive night. So this story, the second story, is told kind of in rhyme. So as Spellarella, it doesn't roll off the tongue. As Spellarella flips open the windows, it tears off her dress, and she looks outside and sees that the monsters are having a party out there: vampires, zombies, werewolves, and more, hunchback skeletons, and creatures galore. So they're drinking, they're having a good time. They seem to realize there's a house here, so they start banging on the door to come in. Spellarella is not excited about this, but they bar the doors. The monsters come in anyway, knocking over candles, kind of making a mess. The zombies are all drunk and not doing so well. So they just keep having a good time. But then they finally kind of get to the spirit. She dances with the Wolfman, and she's like, she gets so dizzy that all of her clothes come off. And then the vampires kind of seduced her, and then she basically says, Frankenstein's monster made his advance. His jealous bride was confused, for she was well enhanced. And she was. You'll just have to take my word for it. So suddenly, kind of a spell of some kind of green streak removed all the monsters. The lizard had come to save the day. Did not get Spellarella her clothes back, but that's what you got. So that's our holiday issue here. Kind of fun. And then the comic also gives us a helpful nightmare banishing restful sleep spell, and a bunch of kind of holiday cheer from the team that makes the comic, and some other stuff. So anyway, this was a happy holiday issue from Tarot Black Rose, and this is it's a fun little comic. A lot of people, I think, have kind of forgotten this one from Broadsword Comics. Definitely a mature reader. Witch of the Black Rose, Tarot the Witch of the Black Rose. Jim Billette, who put out a ton of issues. You got to hand it to the guy. He was able to just keep this premise going for quite a lot. I mean, I think there were some spin-offs and other things, but we got more than 120 issues out of this. And, perfectly acceptable art, good stuff. Definitely not for kids, but, a little holiday cheer never hurt anyone. Unless it's your clothes, because the one lesson we can kind of gather from this is the holidays are just terrible on clothes. So just don't spend a lot of money, because they're just going to get ripped off. That's the lesson of this comic. But anyway, nice, cheerful, nothing terribly. No Neil deGrasse Tyson in here trying to tell you how Santa is going to explode because he flies too fast, or any of that kind of buzzkill stuff. This is just a good old playful snowball fight, turns into naked tobogganing, turns into another snowball fight, turns into an orgy. What else are the holidays for? Anyway, I hope everybody has a nice, peaceful, restful day. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, thanks for supporting the channel through all these months. Thanks for having some fun with us. Comics are best when they're fun. And thanks for listening.